Hello, I'm Maria Ott. I'm the Malbo Chair in Education Administration here at Rossier School of Education at University of Southern California. And joining me today is my colleague and friend.
Hi, I'm Hilda Maldonado. I'm the superintendent for Santa Barbara Unified School District.
And today we have the opportunity to talk about Breakthrough Leadership Institute, which was launched a year ago to support schools and their planning for the future. And I'd like her to share with you why she brought the large team and what it meant to her and the work she's doing.
Thank you for having me, Maria. Yes, it was a great summer, and I think the thinking behind bringing the large team is looking at you asked us to develop a problem of practice before we arrived, and looking at the problem of practice, I felt that it was important for me to ensure that we heard from all different voices in our system. I think in school systems, we tend to assign the problem solving skills to only top leadership, and we often forget the people doing the work are actually closest to what may be happening. And so it was important for me to be able to bring representatives from the classified area, our certificated teachers and school principals. We even brought one of our board members.
One of the things that you learned about in one of the sessions was something called the Little Red Book. Could you talk about the Little Red
Yes.
Book and what it has meant to you?
So we read about a leader of an airline who had written a red book for all of his employees to really explain to them how they were going to tackle an issue they were having as an organization. And he described the problem, he described the challenges, and he also described the opportunities and what were some things they were all going to be asked to do differently in order to, as a group, solve these issues. And I really love that idea because, again, if I believe, and my theory is that people in the system can help us change it, then they need to be able to have a clear enough message to understand what we're doing and why we're doing it. So I took that model and I wrote our own Every Child book for our school district, where I laid out what's been happening in terms of our outcomes academically, the school environments, and the kind of culture we want to build. I took our vision that had been developed by 3 superintendents ago called Every Child, Every Chance, Every Day, and I called it the Every Child book. And I basically laid out the academic outcomes that we've had, the kinds of disparities in the racial climate that we've had. And I talked about the things we do well that are already in place. And I challenged people to do certain things in our system. But I wrote it in such a way that anybody could access the book, anybody could see what we're doing, and anybody could see themselves in it. I had it translated as well, so our parents could know what we're doing. And then we turned that into an awards recognition program where every month or every 2 weeks when we have a board meeting, we recognize people taking those actions, knowing every child by name, face, and story, addressing and responding to any kinds of behaviors that are happening between children in real time and reporting them. Working as professional learning communities to look at data to find out who needs more help and putting those things in place. Finding the joy of learning, finding the joy of teaching, really thinking about how are we going to create that culture that all our children deserve. And so I turned the focus back to what is the student experience and how can we all get there together at every level of the organization.
Well, we are excited to see the progress you're making.
Yes.
And I know we're going to have a check in coming up, but you have been doing the work. And, the fact that it started during Breakthrough Leadership, that we were able to support
Yes.
you really taking your problem, taking it apart, and then putting together a plan, powerful. So thank you so much for sharing.
Thank
We
you.
appreciate it.
Thank you.